Hello everybody! It's another week of adult ballet class and I'm here in the studio. I don't have anyone with me on Zoom yet, so maybe they'll pop on, maybe they won't. I did see some people have been checking out the YouTube videos. It showed a couple views at least, so it sounds like some of you guys are able to log on to the YouTube channel. If you need info about that, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can Google Columbia Dance Remote. And in YouTube, it should have our ballet studio come up and it'll have all of our videos. It'll have our adult classes. Since we've had to move Zoom, I've been recording them. And there's all kinds of other cool stuff on there too. If you have kids or grandkids, I have other silly dances that I'm leading because I just like to do that. I'm silly and I like to get kids dancing with me. Anyways, I am gonna lead our class today and you guys feel free to follow along. If at any point you guys need to get in contact with me, the best way to do that is probably email the front office here at Columbia Dance and they can pass it along to me. I feel like they made me a work email a while ago and it's so confusing for me to try to get access to it. So the easiest way is if you need to contact me is probably through just the office email and then they can send it along to me. So let's get started. I think I'll do a class kind of similar to what we did last week. I did get some feedback from Miss Betsy about having that class that she was enjoying and she was also asking me some questions about stretches she could do because she has some hip issues possibly happening right now. And so when we come center, I'll show some of those stretches that I do for my hips because you guys know I got some bad hips as well. So we'll try to help you out there, Betsy, and we'll hopefully all of us can benefit from it too because we probably all just need to stretch our bodies more. I think that's a lot of it. We sit and we're so sedentary, a lot of us with our jobs, and if we're not stretching those muscles out every day, then yeah, things can start cramping up and not feeling so great. So I'm sorry she's dealing with that. I hope none of you guys are dealing with any of those issues. Always let me know if you have some problems and we can try to work around it. So yeah, let's get going. Let's do our warm-up we were working on. Actually, I'm gonna put my camera down a tiny bit. So you don't have to see all of the scene. That works pretty well. All right, so let's do it. So our parallel, 1, 2, 3, 4, roll through, stretch up and down, and then our heels come up, press those knees over. So you almost want to feel those knees pushing over so that the metatarsal, the fascia underneath your toes are really stretching. And then rolling that heel down and stretch up. We start with the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll through, maybe it's only 4. I think it's just 4. And then up and over and down. Trying to keep those ankles snug together. Never going out on the edges of our feet or our pinky toes. Seeing if we can get those ankles as snug together as possible. And then we turn out. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. Left foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Lower on 4. Up 5. Over 6. Plie 7. Stretch 8. I think we did some tendus. Tendu, tendu, tendu. And then we'll go to the back. 2, 3, 4. And then maybe a tendu. Plie. We'll kind of make it up as we go. Since you're just following along, it's a little bit easier. Well, maybe you guys tell me. Maybe it's easier if you just follow along, or maybe it's easier if I give you the combination beforehand, if that helps you guys anymore. All right, so let's start in our very best parallel, standing up as tall as we can. Making sure whatever we're holding on is nice and sturdy, but we're not really pressing on it. We want to make sure we always have our gentle hands, feeling our chest nice and open, feeling those shoulders down and back behind us, okay? Tummy is scooped, hips are lifted, legs and knees are pulled up and taut, squeezing our seat muscles. We want to make sure we're never gripping anything, but if we have that kind of idea of squeezing like a balloon or squeezing a ball, that has a little resistance to it. You never want to grip it because that can pop it, pop a balloon. But if you're pressing and you're using your muscles to squeeze That will give us the best results of keeping our alignment, keeping us safe so we aren't gripping and tensing, because that's where a lot of muscle issues can come as well, is if we're gripping and tensing, that can kind of backfire and not be a benefit to us. We always want things that are going to be helpful and assisting us and not hurting us, right? So let's get going with our warm-up. I have our pretty strong leg music again. Well, and all kinds of other classical ballets. I think this playlist is really pretty. 7 and 8, heel up, 1. Switch 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel those shoulders down and back. Both heels come down. Roll through. Stretch those knees and lower. Then reverse. Plie over. Heels down. Left heel starts. 1, 2. Feel those ankles brushing against each other. 5, 6. Pressure on your heels going down. Both heels down. Stretch up and lower. Reverse. Ignore my ankles clapping like crazy. Turning out. Right. Left. Watch how my heel is pressing against the floor. Like it almost doesn't want to come down. And rolling through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left heel comes up. 1, 2, 3. Push that knee over your big toe. 6, 7, 8. Heels down. Roll and press. Again, not on our pinky toes. Feel those heels reach forward. Let's turn in front with our right. And then to our left. Transferring our weight over to the ball of our standing leg. Contour to the back. Right. First, keeping those hips pulled up and stretching forward. 7 and 8. Contour right. Plie to the left. And to the left. Roll through those feet. Let's go to the right again. Tendu, plie. Stretch. One more time to the left. Stretch. And let's reach left arm up and over. 5, 6, 7. Other side. 1, 2. Reach up and over. Not thinking of going down, but going out. Let's go to the back. Left arm up. The back. And coming up. Just a little plie. 7, 8. Right arm. 1, 2. Stretch. 3, 4. Come up. 5, 6. Plie. Let's roll through our feet. And a little balance. Feeling those hips pulling up, 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 up. Shoulders down and relaxed. You should be able to let your head swing gently so there's no tension in your neck. All of that tension, or not tension, that squeezing, holding is in our core, in our seat muscles, feeling our thighs reaching around forward. And plie to finish. And stretch. Holding there, feel everything in the place where it's supposed to be. And relax. Good job. All right. Let's move. Actually, I need to go this way first. Remember which one was my left and right. Because I do everything opposite for you guys. So some days I forget, and then it's a little harder for my brain to remember. Anyway, let's do our plie. So we're going to go across 1. Stretch up 2. Across 3. Stretch up 4. And grand plie. And 6. And 7. And 8. We'll go forward. 1, 2. Come up 3. 4. Let's do a little elevate. 5. Lower 6. Tendu 7. Lower that heel. 8. Over 1. plie is 2, and then over again. So you can look into your palm for the first one, and then you can look over to your other hand on that second one. Think wrong plie, 6, 7, 8. Let's go back. 1, 2, up 3, 4, rise 5, lower 6, cross to 4th position. Cross, across, grand plie. I believe last week we were talking about how as our joints kind of bend, anytime we're bending and plieing, that's an opportunity for us to get a little bit more turnout, because when our legs are bending, our joints are a little more flexible and pliable. So every time we plie, you want to feel that and feel those heels coming forward, okay? You want to avoid this back knee. So if I think of pressing this heel forward, it'll help open it up, that knee as well. And then coming to 4th grand plie. Then we'll go into the bar, 1, 2, come up 3, 4, rise 5, 6, 7, 8, across, across, grand plie. Then we'll go away, 1, 2, come up 3, 4, rise 5, and then we'll take a cute, tiny little balance, 6, 7, 8, and finish after the music. All right? Let me pull this up just a tiny bit. It's tricky. Just right. Okay, here we go. And first position, demi plies. 5, 6, 7, across with your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, grand, 6, 7, forward, up and over, 2, coming up by 4, rise, lower, time your second, and into your hand, stretch, over to the bar, good, and grand, keeping that chest tall, knees open, we'll go to the back, 1, 2, up by 4, rise 5, 6, cross right foot to 4, and then over, stretch, really feel those ankles relaxing, 7, 8, into the bar, 1, 2, coming up, rise 5, 6, 7, last time on the cross, stretch, both heels on the floor, run, knees open, open, away from the bar, rising up, open rotate, little balance, and here, stretch, and lower head is away from the bar, let your cheek be touched by the skylight. Good, and relax. All right, go to the other side. Nice and gentle. Okay, on this time, as we're doing the plies this time, let's really focus on feeling those feet connected to the floor, okay? So as we're plieing and bending, you almost want to feel your toes like reaching and stretching out. It'll give you kind of a better platform for the rest of your body to find their balance. And then as you squeeze up, feel those inner thighs, rotate, rotate, rotate. Feel these inner muscles. Try to reach forward, forward and around in order to make that turnout happen. So it's not a holding and gripping, it's a active reaching and rotating around, okay? Maybe just something else to think about as we do these plies. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, and head into your hand. Stretch, and over, and stay lifted even as you go down. Scoop your hand, good, lift up and forward. 2, come off. It's getting toasty in here now. Okay. Going on to our tendus. I believe we did our tendu combination that every tendu has a plie at the end of it, okay? So we're going to do tendu front, plie, tendu front, plie. Stretching those feet, rolling through, stretch and close. Sorry, that has a plie also. Side and plie, two and plie. Third time, arms stay open and plie. Bend to the back, plie. And then as we went to the back, we want to feel, okay, that pinky toe leads to the back, right? So we're trying to have that heel rotated down, down, down towards the floor. And then at the same time, feel this hip standing tall, tall, so that the bottom doesn't go with us when we turn it back. You might want to feel like going like that. I'm exaggerating. But the concept of feeling that leg reaching out through the floor, almost to the back wall, while this hip pulls up as high as it can, that'll be a good help. It'll be helpful for keeping that alignment in place. Okay, so the tendu, the hips shouldn't have to move anywhere on the tendu. They should just be able to stay right where they are, and then bring it back in. Third time, well, these are all in plie, right? And then side, plie, side, arms stay. So just so you have that feeling of length and energy coming out of those arms, as the energy is coming out from those thighs as well. And then press all the way so that that hip comes directly over that big toe to bring it back in, okay? Let's just do it one time around. Well, we'll see. Maybe it'll be twice. We'll see how it goes, how quickly it goes as we go around. There we go. Let's find this tendu. Yeah, so nice and gentle. Tendu, front, plie, front, plie in fourth, then press, plie first, and side, plie, okay? Here we go, just in first position, nothing crazy. Again, as we plie, you can feel those toes and those knees stretching out and expanding and contracting. Expand and contract, yeah? Here we go. 5, 6, 7, arm to fifth. Tendu. Nice plie. 2, plie. 3 to 4. Up. Plie. And side. Plie. 2, plie. 3. Arms stay open. Stretch. Good. To the back. Really cross it behind you. Don't cheat. Knees open. And to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Arms open. Good. Let's do a little first position balance. One more time. Let's open our arms to second. Keeping those ribs closed. That waist lengthens and lifts. And then we plie and finish here. Great. Other side. It's interesting, when I'm doing those tendus, I'm really, really feeling my metatarsals under my, I think that's our metatarsals. My metatarsals underneath my feet. I really feel them rolling through and rolling through. So it's almost like I'm getting a little workout for those feet muscles, okay? So I'm curious if you guys are feeling that as well. If you have the correct amount of pressure on the floor, I believe we talked about that one week before the Zoom classes, is having enough pressure on the floor so that our tendu really is feeling like it's scooping through the floor, but not pushing against it, that there's too much pressure. So you have to find this good common balance of feeling that kind of down, out motion, but not making it too sticky to get that leg out. And the same is for coming back in. You do want your foot to have contact, and you want to feel those inner thighs draw up, but not so much that it's going to get jerky on the way in. Okay, so you should feel those inner thighs like scooping together it too like jarring to come in, okay? And it probably depends also on whatever floors you guys have at home. But when we're back in the studio, we can work on that play a little bit more, understanding how much pressure do I need on the floor just for a tendu? Is my pressure different when I'm going to be doing a dégagé or a frappe or a rond de jambe? Okay, so this is something that we can hopefully start tackling in January together, maybe, if we can. So as we do these tendus, you can start thinking about that, getting that concept in our brain and in our body. Sorry, I'll stop talking. I'll talk too. All right, plie, 2, plie, 3, forward position, and feel those heels forward. Whoop, and 3, plie, sorry, arms open. Plie to the back. Plie, push on the floor. Press, plie, out. And side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, releve 1. And those hips long and tall. Feeling that tailbone down between your heels. Open a second. And plie. And stretch to finish. Excellent. Good. Sorry, excuse me. Ugh, got something stuck in my throat. Let's do our tendu fit. Oh yeah, so we started doing pas de cheval and envelope. So our pas de cheval, step of the horse, is in a fifth position. I'm gonna coupe front, lift up a tiny bit to present my foot. Pas de cheval can go to a tendu or it can go to a dégagé, I believe. And then bring it back in with a nice straight knee, like I did not do, but I will have a straighter knee later. And then envelope, brush out, bring that knee up and back to that coupe front and down. Pas de cheval to the side, coupe front, lift up and over, close it in, and then envelope picks it up and puts it down. Okay, so pas de cheval comes up, out, and close. Envelope goes out first, then you pick it up and bring it into fifth. Okay, so our tendu for fifth, let's just do tendu to fifth, straight knees this time, pas de cheval, and envelope. Then side, close it front, side, close it back, pas de cheval, close front, envelope, close back. Then we can start to the back. 1, 2, pas de cheval, envelope. I think pas de cheval to the back is one of the trickier ones as well. So you want our toes to go away. Okay, my knee is open as flat as it can be. So my heel touches, my toes are away. I want to think of my, almost like the inside portion of my knee right there. I want to feel like that is lifting as my thigh presses back. And then I bring it back in. And then brush that pinky toe up to the sky. Bring that heel to attach and lower it down. Okay? So to the back is a little feels a little different because the coupe has your toes away. And the coupe front has your pinky toe touching. Okay, so in coupe back, your heel touches but not your feet. So a little kind of opposite of what you think you're doing. So let's go to the front. I'm going to scoot this forward. Perfect. And fifth position. We can use our arms. It's not too fast. Here we go. 5, 6, 7 to the front. Tendu. Fifth. Tendu. Pas de cheval up and out. And envelope to the side. 1. Close. 2. Pas de cheval up. Out, in, down, and back, in, 2, pas de cheval, knee lifts, envelope, and side, back, side, front, pas de cheval, envelope. Let's do rise if you can. Almost. And plie to finish stretch. Good, other side. I love this song. This song is from Esmeralda. It's a really fun variation for a lady that she has, like, sometimes she has a fan, I think, or no, she has a tambourine. I think she has a tambourine in this one, and she uses her foot and she taps it on her tambourine. It's just such a sassy kind of song. Like, there's not many very like sassy ballet variations, but that's one of them because it's just lovely. You should look that up on YouTube sometime. Is the Esmeralda variation. Let's do our tongs for the fit. Other side, here we go. Taunt to fit. Growing taller each time we close. Comme cheval, envelope, side out. Close front, closing back, and pas de cheval, envelope. Arabesque 1 and 2. Right behind you. Make sure it's in line with your heel and side, in, side, close, pas de cheval, envelope, grab sur le coup de pied, heel is forward, toes wrapped behind, arms on top, bring them to first, and rising up, whoop, yeah. And finish there. Stretch tall. Excellent. Good job. Good job. On to our dégagé. Let's do it. Sorry, I'm trying to think of doing the dégagé. Oh, let's do dégagés from first today. So let's do dégagé front 1, 2, 3, 4, and dégagé piqué, 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 close it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, up, 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 and close it in. So it's going to have a little bit of a different accent. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and in. So I guess it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, then to the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we'll just do that en croix twice. So we'll go front, side, back, side. Bring those piqués around, back, side, front, side. Piqués en dedans. Then we'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you have a little accent on those odd numbers. So 1, down on the even number, up on the odd, down on the even, up on the odd, down, and then one more little dégagé before it comes in. Okay, let's just leave our arms to the side so we can focus on the different patterns of the counts as we bring those legs around with those piqués. All right, and oh, sorry, that was really fast. That was a really fast intro. Sorry, and keep the arm to the side. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Back, side, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, down, up, down, up, down. fun, that's fun. Awesome. All right, let's move on to our rondejons. Oh yeah, so we did 3 rondejons. Go rondejon 1, 2, 3, and brush to the front. Hold, and back. And 2, and 3, sorry, and back on 4. Then we brush front, plie fondu, stretch both legs fit, and side fondu, and stretch, and close. Then we'll do the same thing to the back. So 1, 2, 3, brush back. 1, 2, 3, brush front. Then brush to the arabesque. Bend both knees. Stretch both knees. Close fist. And side. Both knees bend and stretching in. You can even see from my arms even when I'm brushing to the side. Imagine that's my leg. I'm not going to let my knee drop when I go to attitude. I'm going to try to lift my knee higher to get to attitude. And then when I stretch my legs, I'm going to try to get that toe a little bit higher even if I can. Okay? So showing it to the side is a little easiest to see. I'm going to brush side. And it doesn't matter your starting point. Even if your starting point is a dégagé, this is totally fine. You can still go to an attitude. But look, I'm going to try to keep my toe in the same spot. I'm going to lift my knee higher. So then when I stretch, I'm going to leave my knee there and stretch my toe higher. See the difference of elongation and height. I mean, just the stretching to the side. Try to keep your toe there. Lift higher and then lift higher. So it's almost like stepping stones coming up, 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 up. Feeling those inner thighs helping lift is going to be the best benefit for you. Instead of thinking, oh, I want my thigh to lift, think I want my inner thigh to reach out even further. I want it to elongate so that both legs can stretch and I can get a little more height, a little more stretch, a little more lengthening out of that leg. Okay? So it might just seem like, oh, we're just bending our knees and straightening them, but there's a whole lot more packaged underneath that you can tap into, okay? So, I think after we do that front and to the back, we'll do a circular quarter bras. We haven't done one of those yet. And we'll circle around to the back and down again, okay? Maybe a quick little passe balance if we have some time, all right? Here we go. To the front, round and 5, 6, 7, to the front. We go 1 and 2. Letting that toe skim the floor and brush. To the back to 1 and 2. 3, brush arabesque. Now brush to the front. Both knees bend, both legs stretch. A little higher. To the side, 1. All right. And other side. Good, so nice and gentle, nice and easy with these rondichons. 6, 7, 8 to the front goes 1, and 2, 3, brush your butt off the floor, and reverse, 2, 3, and brush it back, and front, both knees bend, both legs stretch, close, to the side, out, onto, and stretch, close it, reversing back, 1, 2, 3, and brush back, and front, 2, 3, to the front, and back, those knees bend. Good, knee goes over that big toe, and to the side, 1, 3, and stretch. Reach forward and around. 2, into the bar, into the back, and stretch, and reverse it, to the back, into the bar, and reach forward, coming up, stay. Good, keep this hip down, heel forward, and finish, and arms on bottom. Good job. All right. All right, let's go on to our frappes, and then probably our front back mall. And see if we have some time for center work. I waited on the Zoom for about 10-15 minutes to see if anyone would call in. And so now I only have like a few minutes left to finish class up. So sorry. Let's do our frappes. Actually, maybe we can, yeah, let's do frappes. So I think the one we did last week was frappe front and side and back and side and 2 to the front and 2 to the side. Then back and side and front and side and 2 to the back, 2 to the side. Let's do petit battu. That's where we're doing our sur le coup de pied open and coupe back. So as fast as you can, trying to keep this thigh in place. 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie, sous-soup, back foot to coupe releve, and we'll let go. 6, 7, 8. See if we can hold it there. Okay? So front, side, back, side, 2 to the front, 2 to the side. Reverse, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. Petit pas 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie, cross it front, back foot comes up to coupe back. So toes are away. Okay? And then balance there. Okay? Let's see. I did have my frappe song coming up. Let's see. A little slow. Frappe front, side, back, side. That'll work. Not too fast, not too slow. Okay? You can start in sur le coup de pied if you like, or you can do the preparation on 7 and 8. Okay? Here we go. Let me make sure it's loud enough. Here we go. 5, 6. Oh. Sorry, guys. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Frappe front, side, back, side, 2 to the front, 2 to the side, and reverse. 2, 3, 4, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. Petit pas 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, side. 6, 7, and 8. To the front. Side, back, side. 2 to the front. To the side. Reverse it to the back. Keeping our hips nice and square. 2 to the back. And 50 spot 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie, cross, up, and let go. Small adjustments. Feel that heel really pulling up, 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 up. Toes are relaxed and bent. And plie, and stretch. Here goes the crazy music again. Oh my goodness. Maybe I just crack myself up with these things. I don't know. Let's do our butt pause. Let's do this one then. To the back, and 1, and in, and 2, and in, tendu, side, plie second. Feel this foot push off the floor, and feel this hip travel diagonally forward to get all the way over and down, okay? I think we'll just keep it easy like that so we can keep moving on, all right? Here we go, to the front. 5, 6, 7, 8, bop, bop, and 2. Side, tendu, plie, bop, bop, back, 1, and 2, to the side, plie, again to the front, heel leads to the front, side, plie, bop, bop, arabesque 1, and 2, to the side, plie, bop, bop, and in. Let's do a passe releve. See if we can balance here. Feeling both sides of our waist even. And plie, stretch. Other side. Let's start the song again. Left foot front. Make sure you're not too close to your bar. 7 and 8. 1 and 2. Tendu side. Plie. Bop, bop. To the back. 2. Crossing it behind. To the front again. Heel lifts. Cross all the way to fifth. Arabesque 1 and 2. Right side. Plie. Bop, bop. Plie, passe releve. Both sides of your back are even. All right, good job. And let's talk about, before we come to the center, I'm going to move my bar out of the way. Talk about, actually, I might need my bar for a second. For tight hips that Betsy was asking about. I love the figure 4, so I'm going to bring my heel up over my other knee, so not on my kneecap, but above it. And I'm going to sit, maybe over the side, sit back, and let this whole area kind of around my seat muscles. You can kind of push your knee a little bit to find a different area that might be sore. I really love this one for getting all the glutes and even the front of the hip flexor can kind of get stretched. Okay, so do that for a little bit. Make sure you do everything with both sides. So I'm going to cross this one over, figure 4, sit back. A lot of our hip issues can also stem from our feet or our ankles. So making sure that we are supported equally on both sides and that our hip bones are level. Making sure that we aren't kind of working with one hip a little bit higher or gripping a tiny bit can help. Another one for my hip that I really like is for the front of your hip. I mean, besides just a quad stretch, which can go up into your hip, the more you push those hip bones forward. I really like this, which is like a lunge. So you can do it either holding on to something if you don't want any pressure on that knee, or if you don't mind having your knee on the floor. Really having this shoulders above your hips, pushing this front part down into the floor. That can get a really nice stretch on your hip flexor on the front, which in turn will also help your seat muscles in the back. They kind of are complementary to each other on your pelvis. So this one is great. Make sure also, if you're doing this, that this leg is nice and parallel and that it's not going out to the side, because then that kind of stretches something different. You want this tucked in nicely and then feeling that hip pressing down to the floor. And like I said, you want to make sure both legs are stretched just the same amount. So this leg is nice and straight. See how I'm kind of having it at a 90 degree? I'm going to put my hands down and stretch this knee behind me. All right, so feeling that nice and tall as well. And if you don't want to let go, you can still stay here. The stretch might not be as intense though. You're having it this, the hands down. Another great one for hips. I'm sitting down. I'm going to cross this foot underneath. This one comes over on top. Then I hug my knee, and see how my hip is actually off the floor? I'm going to hug my knee as tight as I can and let my hip find a spot that might be a little sore. Find that kind of like part of my glute that is a little sore. The more you pull your knees straight up and then kind of lean into that hip, you should be able to find, even going forward sometimes, that can help in a different area of that muscle. And then same with this side. I'm going to pull my knee up as close as I can and let that hip kind of ease its way down into whatever spot I need it to be. I also would recommend, if you guys have a foam roller, foam rolling can be really helpful for hips. One more for like stretching out the hips. Let me turn this down a little bit. And this one depends on your degree of tightness in your hips. So someone who has very, very tight hips, who can't do a very wide first position, might have a struggle with this. But I will use this tape mark as an example. So I'm going to put my leg straight across this tape mark. I'm going to put this one up above it, like I kind of did a second ago. But now I'm going to bring this knee down to the floor as much as I can. If you're just starting the stretch, your knee might still stay up here, but if the aim is to eventually get this knee over this ankle, sitting up with a straight back, okay? Because even with the curved back, you won't really feel the stretch. But if my back is all the way straight, then I can allow that knee to kind of rest and press down, and then I feel a stretch all the way here along the outside of my thigh, into my hip, and into almost like my sacrum a little bit as well. So that's a really good one. Again, make sure you stretch out both sides equally. So I'll put this one straight across the tape mark, bring this one up and over, and then see where it is that I can have this knee press down to find that, just that right spot that is either giving me discomfort or a little tight or things like that. So those are a few stretches. Again, even the basic stretch like this will help a lot for the inner thighs kind of stretch out. And then a straddle also is really beneficial for any tight hips, because this is going to release the inner thighs a little bit more, and then in turn that kind of complements, like I was saying, complements the pelvis. Whatever is happening on inside of my inner thigh, it'll also affect that outer part. I think I'm not a physical therapist in any form, so this is just kind of stuff I've learned through the years of teaching and dancing and feeling what I need to do for my body to stay somewhat relatively happy with me. All right. So I'm going to pause this here for just a second, and we'll come right back. Hey guys, I'm actually gonna just end class there right now. I realized it's already past 7 o'clock that I was teaching, so I'm gonna have to end it right there and run home to my kiddos. But next week, I'll definitely make sure we do some more, I'll make sure I do much more center work next week. So I'll do a shorter bar and hopefully we'll do some more center work. And again, I like kind of doing more bar work with Zoom calls because I'm not sure what your guys' dancing environment is at home. But I'll try to make sure I have some combinations that don't move too much and can work on a variety of surfaces. So just giving me more opportunity to grow as a teacher, to be able to teach you guys wherever and whatever you're doing. But I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for doing class with me if you did, and I hope to see you all very soon, I hope. Have a great night, guys. Bye.